Very funny. Let's go up for Darragh Riordan. Let him hear it!
Like Bob said, this is my second time doing stand-up, and a lot of things have happened in the news since the first time I've done stand-up. And the first thing is that, as a sports fan, the Knicks signed Lamar Odom, which reminds us of the age-old question, which is worse for you, smoking crack cocaine or dating a Kardashian? Let's see. People told me the first time I did stand-up, I made a joke about that flight that disappeared. Flight 370, and everyone said, you shouldn't joke about that because, by the next time you go up on stage, they'll have found the plane, and so, you won't have anything to talk about. Well, joke's on them, they haven't found shit. So I can joke about whatever I want. Last time, what else has happened since the last time I've done stand-up is St. Patrick's Day passed, and for all you out-of-towners, St. Patrick's Day in New York City is a lot like the Super Bowl of drinking, and let's just say I was going for the MVP award that day. I was going for the old Pete Rozelle trophy of being drunk. If you looked at my stat sheet, it was ridiculous. It was like 15 beers, 4 shots. It's crazy. It was like, hold on, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. So I got so drunk by the end of the night, I was talking like Jack Sparrow. I was like, listen, love, the reason I'm drunk is because I'm drunk, and that's the reason, savvy, So nobody understood a word I was saying by the end of the night. And that's because I come from a place, not too many people know, it's on the border of Westchester and the Bronx. It's called Woodlawn and McLean Avenue. Yeah. 3 people in the audience know what I'm talking about. And for anybody who doesn't, the best way I can explain it is that it's like Disneyland for alcoholics. Instead of rides, there are bars, and instead of taking pictures with Goofy and Mickey and everybody, you take pictures with vapid girls with low self-esteem. So, it's fun in that regard. I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for that joke. It's going to come back to bite me on the ass. I don't know why. But being from that part of Yonkers or the Bronx, whichever, most of the time you're Irish. And being Irish and wanting to be a stand-up comedian is not the best career choice for your parents. Because they don't understand it. They're Irish, so like everybody they knew growing up made their living with their hands. Whereas, like, I just want to tell shitty jokes and stuff. So, like, they're always like, so, why don't you think about getting a real job? Or, as my father would say, get a fucking real job. So I would always be like, yeah, okay, sure. But it's been plainly obvious since I've been about 10 years old that the only thing I could be is a comedian, because right when I turned 10, that's when I got the big goofy ears and I became lanky and awkward and pale. So, and everybody told me, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it, you're just going through an awkward phase, this is just puberty. Well, folks, going on about 13 years now, and it's still going on. I mean, when is this going to end? Because I don't have too much time tonight, because a few people flaked out, so they cut my time short, I'm just going to jump right into impressions, and I was trying to figure out the best way to do impressions one time. And I was originally going to do Kanye West tweets, but they turned out to be a lot more coherent than I initially anticipated. So I just decided on total randomness. And who's seen the last Batman movie with Bane? Nobody? Yeah. So here's Bane doing football commentary. Yes, the quarterback drops back into the pockets. It throws to the open receiver. Can you imagine being on Sunday Night Football with that idiot Chris Collinsworth? Boy, I tell you, Aaron Rodgers, he dropped back in that pocket, there's nobody better. And Bane's like, yes, they're going to spot the ball at the 35 line. I'd like to see him in the booth with John Madden. Here's a guy, he wears a mask, he should be a football player, boom, So I always thought that would be funny to hear Bane do football commentary. Here's an ingenious marketing ploy that they should incorporate eventually. Stone Cold's Cold Stone Creamery. That is brilliant. That sells itself. Can you imagine walking in? Hey, can I get 2 scoops of rum raisin? What? Can I get 2 scoops of rum raisin? What? 2 scoops. I'll tell you what, I can give you 2 scoops to shut the hell up. I'm sprinkling on an ass whooping free of charge, son. That doesn't sound like fun, thank you. I'm a big fan of wrestling growing up. It was always fun for me to watch. I think it'd be funny if they did the presidential campaigns, if like they picked the president during a battle royale. Wouldn't that be great? Like, can you imagine the promotional campaign commercials, like Obama standing there? Let me put it. My opponent is a total pussy, and I will take him apart with ease. I guess you don't like a white guy doing All right. I'll go get a spray tan. I'll come back. I'll try it again. We'll see how it goes. But here's one I wasn't sure of because it is a bit of sensitive topics, seeing as how everybody is probably dead. But here's the pilot of the flight that disappeared. Our current altitude is about 35,000. If you look out your left window, you'll notice a rip in the space-time continuum. And we will be making an unscheduled detour through the abyss. Your in-flight movie will be at horizon, and the captain has turned on the no-smoking sign. So I gotta wrap things up because the red eye of doom is on. So let's see. There was one more. And Christopher Walken is probably my best impression. That's the one that probably goes over the easiest. But everybody does Christopher Walken, so it's hard to stand up here with a straight face and do it. But here's Christopher Walken as the voice of the subway guy. You know, the guy on the subway who told you to stand clear of the closing doors. Stand clear of the closing doors. Don't let me tell you again. I'll come back there and make it a point that you stand away from the closing doors. So that's my Christopher Walken, everybody. Thank you. Alright, so I gotta wrap things up. If anybody's interested, May 9th, my buddy here in the front row will be performing. And I will be performing on May 21st. So, my name is Darragh Riordan. Check me out on the old YouTube.
Give it all for it. Woo! Let Darragh hear it, everybody.